Hi and welcome to my projectbazaar.com. This video is all about explaining the project description, workflow and data flow of the project hostel management. Let's start from the project description. The project we propose, online hospital management, is a web portal that used to maintain the college student hostel details. The management software keep track of each student hostel attendance, room allocation and parent feedbacks or queries, etc. The above end can be established by adding the layer structural model. The model includes our project's admin, hostel warden, administrative officer, and the parents. The admin is responsible for adding the staff details, student details, site details, and provide access control to the parents. Hostel warden is responsible for allocating rooms to the students, adding daily attendance, mess details, and send the report or message to the parents regarding their belongings, etc. The administrative officer is responsible for the college in which he or she can check the hostel student attendance. The parents can log into our system and can check their students' attendance and send feedback or queries to the hostel warden or administrative officer. The management software inherits the CMS techniques. Let's start from the admin model. Admin is responsible for creating staff, student, academic details and hostel details and site details. Admin can block or suspend the staff or parents from accessing their controls. Admin can set their designation to each staff and provide services and access control to them, like administrative officer or hostel warden. Admin can add, view, delete site details and transfer students based on the academic details. Admin can communicate to other users through mail services. The data flow diagram for the admin is shown below. The next model would be the AO model, administrative model. The administrator is responsible for monitoring hostel warden, students and parent activities. AO can view the hostel student profile details and their daily attendance, which would be updated by the hostel warden. AO can search the hostel student attendance by date-wise. AO can view the parent feedback sent by the parents and reply to the feedbacks. AO can communicate with the parent or warden through the message services. The data flow diagram for the AO is shown below. The next module would be the warden module. Warden is responsible for monitoring daily activities in the hostel. Warden is responsible for adding hostel room details, allocate room details to the hostel students. Admin AO is responsible for adding daily attendance to the hostel students. AO can search the hostel student attendance by date wise. AO or warden can view the parent feedback and send reply to the feedback's details. The warden is responsible for scheduling the food details in the hostel. Warden can communicate with the parent or AO through message services. The data flow diagram for the warden is shown below. The next module would be the parent module. Parent can log in into our system and can view their belonging details. Parent can view their belonging attendance details. Parent can send feedback to AO or warden regarding the service provided. Parent can communicate with AO or warden through message services. The data flow diagram for the parent is shown below. Next would be the demo of the project. This would be the home page for the hostel management project. The home page, login and contact us are the menus included in this project. In home page, it contains the features, about us and latest news of the hostel. In contact us page, it contains the contact details along with their map location. By clicking on the login menu, the users can log in into our system. The users like admin, hostel warden, the administrative officer and parent can log in into our system through this homepage. Let's start from the hostel warden. The username for the warden is EMP106 and the password is warden123. By clicking on the login button, the warden can log in into our system and can access the service offered to him. This would be the homepage for the warden, which contains their profile details, update their own profile or change their password. The services offered to the wardens are dashboard, student details, student attendance, parents feedback, room details, message, etc. By clicking on the student details, hostel warden can add student details and can view their student details and set the room allocation for the student by clicking on the room icon. duration, and room number. By clicking on the student's attendance, hostel warden can add today's attendance for the students available in the hostels. By clicking on the student attendance, hostel warden can choose the date and view the results of the students' absent presence on that day. Example, by typing the date and click on the search, it produces the student's attendance detail on that day. Example, present absent leave for the students along with the year. By clicking on the parent's feedback, warden can view the feedback from the parent along with the date and their feedback rate. The warden can receive the feedback only with the category of food, room, and the water supplies. Other feedbacks can be sent to the administrative officer. By clicking on the room details, hostel warden can add number of room in the hostel. By clicking on the message, hostel warden can send mail to the staff or parents. By clicking on the inbox mail, hostel warden can view the inbox mail from the other users. By clicking on the logout, hostel warden can log out from our system. The next one would be the administrator module. The username for the administrator is EMP105 and the password is 12345. By clicking on the login button, administrative officer can log in into our system. This will be the home page which contains your profile details. The services offered to the AO are student details, student attendance, parents feedback, and message. By clicking on the student details, AO can view all the students available in the hostel along with their profile details and their academic details. By clicking on the student's attendance, it has two choices. They can view the today attendance details or they can choose the date of the student's attendance. By clicking on the today attendance, it produces the no attendance not updated by admin. If the attendance has been updated by the admin on current date, it shows the status of the attendance like present, absence, etc. By clicking on the parent feedback, the AO can view the parents' feedback from the along with their ratings. By clicking on the message, the AO can send a mail to parents or the staff. By clicking on the logout button, AO can log out from our system. The next module would be the parent module. The username for the parent is 2105 and the password is 2105123. By clicking on the login button, the parent can log in into our system. This would be the home page which contains their profile details of their belongings. The services offered to the parents are student attendance feedback and message services. By clicking on the student attendance, it displays their belonging attendance along with their date and their status. For example, in 10/2/2014, the student program has been presented. Likewise, they can view their belongings attendance status along with their date. By clicking on the feedback, the parent can send the feedback by clicking on the add feedback form. They can select the category, feedback description, and they can rate their services. By clicking on the message service, the parent can send mail to administrator or to the hostel warden. They can also view all incoming messages in the inbox and they can also view sent mail in the sent mail items. By clicking on the logout, the parent can log out from our system.